Welcome to
Stays Crunchy and Milk.
If you have any questions or comments, we have multiple ways we can be reached.
Around?
That is one of the ways. Twitter is, of course, the best way for those of you that need instant gratification in this millennial-based world. And of course, the show's Twitter feed is at Skimpod. That's SKIMPOD. For the more patient amongst you, which is none of us, let's be honest, the email address for the show is podcast@stayscrunchyandmilk.com. Crunchy again, being spelled with a K. We're also available via Apple Podcast, something I've never heard of, Stitcher Radio. Are any of you still using that shit? TuneIn Radio, whatever the fuck that is, I couldn't tell you. Google Play, I've heard of that. I don't use it, but if you do, thank you. Spotify, now that one I use, so find us on there. I know we're on there. And of course, at the website, stayscrunchyandmilk.com. Now I ask that you please rate, review, subscribe, and share the show, because honestly, I don't do that shit. And I need someone to pick up my slack. Now, I hear that there is a group of people here that collectively discuss music, and they provide for you, yes you, a pod called Cast. It's a musical discussion show built on a hip-hop foundation, which seems to be what makes the musical world turn these days, and I hear it's pretty swell. Our personal Twitters are Tatum216, Lunchbox2099, The Real ODP, and your host, Internet's Tasty Tayrell 713.
Ooh. The new moon rode high in the crown of the metropolis, shining like who on top of this? People was tussling, arguing and bustling. Gangsters of Gotham, hardcore hustling. I'm wrestling with words and ideals. My ears is pricked, seeing what will transmit. The scribes can apply the transcript. This ain't no time when the usual was suitable. Tonight alive, let's describe the inscrutable, the indisputable. What? We New York, the narcotics. Draped in metal and fiber optics. Mercenaries is paid to trade hot stock tips for profits. Thirsty criminals pick pockets. Hard knuckles on the second hands of working class watches. Skyscrapers is colossus. The cost of living is preposterous. Stay alive, you pay or die, no options. No Batman and Robin. Can't tell between the cops and the robbers. They both partners. They all heartless, with no conscience. Back streets stay darkened, while unbelievable hearts stay hardened. My ego talents stay sharpened. The city lights stay throbbing. You either make your way or start sobbing. The shiny apple is bruised but sweet, and if you choose to eat, you can lose your teeth. Many crews retreat. Nightly news repeat, who got shot down and locked down. Spotlight the savages. NASDAQ averages. My narrative grows to explain this existence amidst the harbor light which remains in the distance. So much on my mind, I just can't recline, blasting holes in the night till she blasts sunshine. Breathe in, inhale vapors from bright stars to shine. Breathe out, weed smoke, retrace the skyline. That is a song I literally woke up from a dream from this morning. That is Black Star, Most Definitely Kweli. That is Respiration. And like I said, I woke up from a dream of that shit. And I was like, well, clearly those are the lyrics. Because it was going to be twins. It was going to be Big Pun's first verse from Twins is what I had in the original notes of this program. Oh, and this program, by the way, is Stays Crunchy and Milk episode 352. Again, that's more for y'all that are keeping count than anybody else. We back up in this bitch again. And as always, I'm joined by the man of 1,000 nicknames, the artist formerly known as Chesterfield Rockwell. It's the 216's own Tatum.
Yeah. I was gonna start off with the Biggie lyrics, but I already started drinking, so I couldn't get it out clearly. Live from Bedford-Stuyvesant, the livest one.
As we record this,
BK to the fullest. Gaps I pull us.
It is both Big's birthday, who would have been 48 today, and the homegirl Nick Jew's birthday, who was celebrating her the beginning of her 42nd trip around this sun. And happy
Jackie
birthday.
Robinson year.
Of course, Jackie Robinson year. So of course, happy birthday to her. We are also joined by we'll get to this. We are also joined by the man who loves dark chocolate, Lunchbox 2099.
You've been creeping on my IG feed?
We also have the last of the Golden Coquis, the suburban Puerto Ricans, the real ODP, now with less robot. It's the homie Gabe.
Yes, real ODP, real old puppy owner.
I set myself up for that one. I say that shit, and then immediately like, Mrah,
Should I repeat it again?
Autobots transform. It's what it is.
I'm gonna repeat it for
Megatron, I thought you were made of tougher stuff.
the real old dirty puppy owner.
Yes.
Is that official now?
Hey,
Like a referee with a whistle?
This has been an experience, people. We have been having some technical difficulties. Skype updated this week, and it is disagreeing with all of our computers in one way, shape, or form or another. And so you don't have to do shit. You're grown. But I would hope you'd forgive us for any errors that happen to go down. But we all sipping on a little something, trying to relax the vibe and coming at you and just kicking it and talking some shit. That's what we do. We're pretty good at it. This is technically the beginning of our we just celebrated 7 years. So is this the beginning of our 8th year? Are we going into our 8th year? Is that how that math works?
After a year, it'll be 8 years. So yeah, I guess we're going into the 8th year.
Yeah. Well, this is the first.
I don't keep up with that.
This is the first recording of going into our 8th year. We'll go with that then. The math works in some way, shape, or form.
Who would have thought?
None of us.
None
of us. Yeah, for sure.
This show's older than half my kids.
Yeah.
It's amazing to me. And it's funny, we're doing more reminiscing on 352 than we did on 350. But it's funny to me to think back to all the shit we used to do, that all the bits we made and all the characters and the planning that went into it and everything, and to see what it's evolved into over time. It's pretty crazy. Well, no, I think the no planning was the plan, really.
That's true.
Yeah, and if stuff is happening, we plot a little bit. Like I'm saying, if we are eating cookies or we got a guest, we try to maneuver and make. We plan when plans are necessary, and if not, we freestyle. So I fuck with that, and I think we do a good job. And again, we've been doing it now 7 years. I think that is great. That is great success, and so I fucks with it.
I want to talk more about this dog before we forget, because I feel like.
Whereas I totally want to avoid that conversation.
As do
I guess all I'll say is we're like the three friends who try and shame that dude to not get in the relationship with a chick we don't like. But then the minute he's in the relationship with him, we're like, we hope the best for you, buddy.
I'm not that type of friend.
Did you see how cute he was?
I mean,
I saw a picture of a dog.
A cute dog.
Okay, so
you're the one who owns him, so I'm glad that you think he's cute.
There we go. Let's wrap it up like that.
I'm with that. What the fuck?
I guess you can wrap it up like a lamb.
Disappointed I didn't take your advice?
I'm not disappointed that you didn't take our advice. I just don't want you to feel a way about it, like you feel like you were pressured into it or anything.
Oh,
but like I said, let's wrap it up like a lambskin condom.
At the end of the day, all we ever really wanted is you to be happy with your decision.
I'm at peace with it, and I'm happy with it. That's what I said. And happy with it. Yeah, I got worries, but it's. I think the happiness outweighs the worries.
I kind of feel like I'm the person. I want a dog so bad, but especially in the situation we're in now, I couldn't imagine being going through it, trying to work today, trying to make lunch or something, and then the dog shit on the floor and Emery shit on the floor.
Oh, I don't have kids shitting on the floor right now. We've broken my youngest son of his habit of peeing on the carpet.
Okay.
What's your secret? Because I've been trying to stop doing that for years now.
What is with kids peeing and stuff that's not the toilet?
I didn't live that life. I don't know that life.
Is it a sleepwalkers thing?
I don't know, but I woke up when I got up for work this morning. Emery was in the hallway sleeping, just like sleeping in the hallway. I'm like,
Was he like
by your door or by his door?
by his door, just laying in the hallway, just like. And then Anthony is up, I'm like, hey Anthony, hey, what's going on? Like nothing going on. I'm like, why is your brother in the hallway? He just sleeping. You ain't try to wake him up? Nah, I didn't.
That's probably the right play, really. I mean, wake someone up from a nap preemptively, they probably start swinging on you.
Nah. No, they wouldn't. But I mean, if anybody would, it would be Emery trying to hit me. But he was just sleeping in the hallway. I got a picture of it. I'll send it to you guys. And I am pretty inebriated.
Already?
Yeah, I haven't had a drink in I don't know how long.
I put a lot of rum in this glass, so by the time I get to the bottom, it's going to be interesting.
Well, I'm trying to sip, and I got the water right next to me, so we'll try to keep it.
I've got water too, but
we try to steer the ship. We try to steer the ship, man.
Yeah, you guys can have it.
Is it bad that we haven't work hasn't started yet tomorrow, and I already don't want to do it?
Yeah, I mean you can take a day off, and does your work let you flex hours like Saturday?
I don't even know what the hell you just said. What?
I said, does your work allow you to flex hours? Can you work Saturday instead of Friday?
Oh, well, no. They've been begging me to work this weekend, but that would be overtime.
Oh, I meant I wasn't feeling it Friday, but I was feeling Saturday, so fuck it. I worked Saturday instead of Friday.
I get what you're saying, but no. I'm going to work. I took Monday off the other day. So, I'm already only on a 4-day week as it is, I guess. I don't feel like it, but I'm going to do it. So that's responsibility.
Sometimes 4-day weeks feel way longer than a 5-day week.
Yeah, because, usually, Wednesday, you're like, okay, I'm halfway. But then, when you only work 4, the halfway doesn't really exist almost. It's one block. Yeah. It's amazing how that one day can make a difference.
Yeah.
I took Tuesday off. I used one of them Rona days. And so I got a 4-day weekend ahead of me. And Vanessa got a 5-day weekend, but not really because she got to go to the doctor tomorrow. And they are starting a new treatment for her RA. So we will see how that all goes. So I'll be at work, but I'm not really at work. I'm on a mental clock to make sure she is safe and taken care of. So we'll see how this all plays out.
Yeah,
so
I'll be online. I'll do what I got to do, and then when 6 o'clock hits, I'm outie.
Man, I have been not these last couple days, but I have been faithfully trying to be up and working by 6:30 because I can't work past 3:30. That shit is just hurt. It's terrible. I just realized how boring this fucking job is. This job is terrible.
Especially especially in its current state, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's I don't know. But also because it's been like that, I literally, like I said, I edit shows. I get caught up on video game. I've been crushed. I have a I 1,000 pointed a game a little bit ago. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here doing a damn thing. You know what I'm saying? If you're on PlayStation, you platinum a game. If you're on Xbox, you 1,000 point a game. Unless they add DLC. And I just 1,000 pointed a game probably 10 minutes before I got on this call to begin with. So I'm just living this life, man. This is what I can do. I give them what I can. I do all the work I can, and then I kick it. And like I said, my kids finished up school yesterday, so summer vacation technically started today. So the house was wild, quiet, and nice. My Lord knows, my record player's tiny. I have a tiny receiver for years. You know what I'm saying? It's a little volume control that basically, but that bad boy, the left channel went out on us. So I finally ordered a new receiver. So, and that showed up today out of nowhere. And I say out of nowhere because Amazon said it'll be there Friday the blank. What is tomorrow? 22nd. So that's what I'm prepared for. And that bitch was on my porch today. My neighbor came knocking on my door. He goes, I just want you to let you know that was on your porch. I'm like, oh, because it was just the box. So a big ass fucking Yamaha receiver just sitting on my porch for any and all. I'm like, these motherfuckers. It's like, come on, man. But
you know what? It seemed like the UPS or Amazon.
It was UPS.
They ring our doorbell like sometimes when they don't have to, and sometimes when they should, they don't.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Sometimes they'll knock and the dog will go buck wild and I know to go check. Today, nothing. I ain't know nothing was on the porch until my man came through and was like, hey, yeah, I'm like, oh, thank you, because that definitely would have got stolen, and it's a day early. So I just, like I said, I've been taking advantage of this situation. Like I said, I hooked it all up and I moved some stuff. I had to shift some things around because it's a big receiver now instead of going from this little like card deck size motherfucker to a full-on receiver. Just stereo, though. It doesn't do surround sound, but still. So that's nice over there in the cut. And so that's what I've been doing. I've just been living life otherwise. You know what I'm saying? The job, I'm going to give him what I can give him. Currently, that's not very much. And so I do that. I do them bitches almost perfectly now because apparently we doing shit right all of a sudden. So cool, man. Don't worry about that gig, bro. I'm telling you right now. Just don't even trip. Go enjoy the fact you get to beat them babies while they steal babies, and go give your woman some sugar or something. Just fuck it, man. Don't even trip, bro.
No,
it don't, like I said, I don't want to weigh on you at all because it's bullshit, man.
Man, I just can't wait to just I don't know. I can't wait till 2023.
It's the plot.
Yeah, I'm I'm just wondering, we're getting all sorts of, different news about, like they were saying, like it's only Corona is only person to person. It's not, you can't get it from touching stuff, which was said, but who really, I don't know.
It's like because it's a constantly moving target. Like, okay, you can't get it from, you can only get it person to person today, and then tomorrow, oh shit, bro, you really shouldn't have touched that bench. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just, for right now, until, like I say, it's one of the things where it's like, the disease itself, if it as old as we think it is it just came about in like late October, November at best. You know what I'm saying? It takes years to get some shit understood. That's not something that just comes in months time. So for right now, man. So for right now, I kick it. I'm patient, and my job say stay your ass home, and I'm gladly agreeing with them. Sure thing, job. I will stay my ass home.
Yeah,
Kellyanne Conway wants to know what we learned from COVID 1 through 18.
God, she is really dumb.
I don't even know who that is.
Is that like Snowball 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc.?
But that's not how it functions, and that's not how this works. The 19 and COVID-19 is from the year 2019.
Oh, and for full disclosure, I drank all the rum already. So glass is empty, boys. Let's get this going.
I'm almost done with my second beer. I'm gonna need to get a Leinenkugel or something like that.
I was silently cheering you on when you finished that drink. I was like, go.
I feel like it's best to get it all in now. That way, like, we have a full podcast of fun, and then I still have time to rehydrate before bed.
Get some water. Get some.
Oh, I have a giant, like,
I know.
Thor Ragnarok tumbler of water here.
That's a good ass movie.
I almost watched it yesterday. I've been going through the Disney Plus catalog, which is what Anthony and I actually were going to bring to the show today. So
hit the ground running.
I mentioned in our group chat the other day that I've been watching Runaways.
Yes.
And I think I convinced Anthony to jump onto the bandwagon with me because we were discussing it a little bit yesterday. And I was surprised by what I said to him that like got him to watch it. I I messaged him and like because I didn't want to like put it in the group chat because like I knew that like he and I were talking about it, so I didn't want to like bombard you guys with like the inside baseball, I guess we'll say, of what it was about because he'd already started it like way back when. So I messaged him and I'm like, man, I hate this character. And then he's like, all right, now I feel like I gotta watch it. Because like I'm at this point I'm almost at the end of season 2. I didn't watch it today, but I've got about a season left. And man, this one fucking kid on the show, she just keeps getting on my fucking nerves over and over and over again. By like her third fuck up, I'm like, all right, man, you got some hate coming towards you from me because like you can't be this stupid. But then Anthony said something that was so insanely profound that I was like, God damn it, he's right again. He told me that sometimes the job of the actor is to make the character so bad that you like want to dislike them.
Yeah.
But like the problem is she's supposed to be one of the good characters, but her stupid ass action like but they're kids. So I guess I got to look at her from the
It's plot armor.
It's like they're young, they don't know any better. They fuck up their kids. I guess like I'm just supposed to accept it. But I just keep looking at it. I'm like, come on, man. Didn't you learn from the first time that you opened your mouth and somebody got killed?
I honestly, she already been messing up a little bit. She is kind of stupid.
Right? She's young. The problem for her in the show
she's the youngest.
She's the youngest because she's like a couple years younger than like the next youngest. Because I think all the rest of them seem to be in the same grade or so.
Everybody's like 17 or 18, and she's like 15 or
yeah, like 14, yeah. So she's a little younger, a little naive. More naive than the rest. But
we're talking about the Runaways, by the way, for people who want to know.
I read the Runaways, and can I just give you my? Well, I could say what it's about. The comic was about.
Go ahead.
Sure.
Okay, it's these are like what is it? 6 kids, and their parents are all like supervillains.
Yeah, the show kind of pretty much sort of, yeah.
Is this a Marvel joint?
Yeah,
it's a Marvel joint. It's part of the Marvel shared universe, so it like has Marvel things that it's. I thought it was supposed to be part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so it would like Netflix would refer to the incident and the existence of Iron Man and Captain America. I don't know if the show does that.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, the one dude's name is Victor. I was like, is that Victor? Is that Dr. Doom?
So that was the thing, like, the guy who plays the main protagonist up to the point where I've been at in the show is actually played by the guy who played Dr. Doom in the Fantastic Four movies that had Jessica Alba in them. So I was like, is fucking Victor Von Doom in this show? And also, yeah, like the guy you're talking about, Anthony. Yeah. He looks like Victor Von Doom. I think that's the guy who played. He was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Spike. I think he played Spike. But
now he owns Spike.
From like I'm like I said, I'm about 2 seasons in right now, and so far, yeah, none of them are Victor Von Doom. Like there's been no main well-known Marvel characters of any kind that have shown up. So far, it's just been its own thing.
Have they been mentioned?
No.
Now I know like each of the parents are like these pair of things that were selected, like organized crime, mutants, time travelers, aliens, and a couple who's magic. Yeah, what was the fourth kind was like mad scientist. I'm like, well, one of them can't be mutants because at the time mutants were not allowed in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, like the one set of parents, like the one dude was like a crime boss, and the wife was a lawyer. The other parents, they're like scientists, like biologists. The one parent is like a engineer, but he's like kind of anger issues. The wife, I guess, was also kind of an engineer, but like in the show, like that doesn't really come into play until later in a way. The one set of parents. Like is like some sort of like Chinese sorceress or something, and the dad seems to be a tech nerd. And then the other parent, like you kind of alluded to the some part aspects of it, yeah. So.
Oh, okay. I hope I didn't spoil anything.
I'm sure you did. This shit been on for 4 years. And like
It's done, right? Or is they still making it?
I don't know.
It's done. I looked it up. It ended in late 2019. So it's one of the things where, like, if Disney Plus wanted to bring it back, it wouldn't be inconceivable because it didn't end that long ago. So it's not like you have to worry about all the characters aging another 5 years or something.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that third season was the Disney Plus season.
I think they were all Hulu, but I could be wrong.
Well, all I know is like the couple of things that bother me about that show is like the very first episode, like when the parents are getting undressed to get in their robes, that music, that sensual music. What for? What for?
The whole beginning to me, like, really is what kind of brought me in, because like I didn't know shit about the Runaways. I didn't know any character name. I didn't know anything. Like basically, I watched Agent Carter. I watched Inhumans. I watched.
Was that good?
No.
Okay.
I could go on that here in a minute. I watched it all in one night because it was only like 8 episodes.
Yeah.
I watched like pretty much almost all the Marvel movies that are on Disney Plus right now. So I was like, well, shit. Like I'm already here. I'll watch Runaways too. It's got 3 seasons on here, which is more than like Agent Carter had and more than Inhumans. So at least it'll hold my attention for a while because each episode's like 45, 50 minutes.
Haley
so that's
Atwell.
hot as fuck. I followed her on Instagram. Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
Agent Carter could get it. But yeah, I followed. It's got like Runaways like 33 episodes, so that's almost 33 hours of content. So I watched that for almost 2 days straight. I got like 1 season left, but I figure I'll burn through it, not knowing anything about it, and like the mystery stuff you were talking about in the beginning, like the unease of it all and like the what the fuck's happening here, that kind of got me hooked. And then some of the things that can't come a couple episodes in, I'm like, oh, okay, this is kind of weird and interesting. This is kind of cool. This holds my attention. And then some of that teen angst kind of like makes me go, can they really be this stupid? And then like another twist will happen. So it's like the first season just kind of held my attention. And then some of the stuff in the second season, I'm like, oh, come on already. And then it felt a little bit like I was forcing myself to watch it. But like now that I'm kind of over the halfway mark and I'm rounding to home, I'm like ready to knock out the rest of it and get it done.
well, good. I hope you can, because I had to give it a break today.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of it today because like I basically spent 2 straight days of watching it.
Mm-hmm.
So today I just kind of watched stuff on YouTube and no. I just kind of watched stuff on YouTube and like caught up on some like some of my usual shit on there.
Yeah, I don't like the fact that Good Mythical Morning has kind of slowed down their production.
Yeah.
But it seems like Babbage is doing a couple a week, and BA Bon Appetit are doing pretty good with their.
Oh yeah, I like their videos pop up and it's like one day later they still got over 1 million views.
Yeah.
I thought that they put up one the other day that I thought you would really enjoy. It was like a grilled cheese episode.
It was pretty good. But I can't really say any of them made a grilled cheese I would want to eat.
I love getting.
They were just like, I mean, I know we don't live in New York, but like they act like they ain't got shit. Like, nah, this is what I had. I'm gonna make this grilled cheese sandwich with sawdust and pickles.
I like how they did the dessert one the other day, and like, yeah, the one dude's like, "I'm just making an alcoholic beverage. That's it. That's what you get."
Delaney be on that bullshit. He kind of a bro, and I kind of dislike him before that.
You ever watch his personal show?
Yeah, I like it.
The one where he, like when he's eating food and shit.
Yeah, he's like 17 sandwiches in a day or some shit.
Yeah, I have watched that, which I like. So that's interesting. I like that. I guess I don't like. I'm just drinking. Fuck snacks, Delaney. Maybe I just was offended by that shit. Feel me?
They did one video the other day though where they hooked up with some dudes who run a meme account based on them.
Yeah, Meme Petite is hilarious. I follow Meme Petite.
Yeah, and they brought up one where it was what's her nuts yelling at Delaney or whatever.
Oh yeah, I wanted to talk to you about that, but I kept on forgetting. So it was an episode of Gourmet Makes where Clara asked Delaney, like straight up asked this dude, like, "Hey, this what you did helped me out. Come back and check on me later." And he come back and she bite his fucking head off, and he was just like, "Whoa." And I was just like wondering, like, do she see the edits of the shows afterwards, or did they just put them up? Because
I would think they probably just put them up. Like, it's like she probably don't get to see edits of anything she write in a magazine either. You know what I'm saying? It's like, true. Okay, I gotta trust you have to put some faith in your editors to do what they gotta do. So
because
it's the same reason I don't listen to our show.
But what you call it? What's her name? What's the blonde chick name?
Molly.
Molly seemed heated when the Bon Appetit guys on there. I think you guys are blowing that stuff up. They're blowing it out of proportion. I was like, okay, you taking this a little too sincere. It's memes. It's just silly ass memes. Like I said, it's a fun account to follow on Instagram.
They all seemed really angry about the McDonald's triangle one. There was a lot of anger,
right?
Yeah.
How dare you assume that I would eat McDonald's? It's like, bro, because niggas eat McDonald's. What's that, bruv? Come on. It was unnecessarily angry. You feel me?
And then the other day when they were saying talk about, do you like sumac? And Brad was still mad that Andy took the sumac out of the food.
Yeah, that's like I said, that's pretty. Yeah, there's a couple of things that people said. I was like, ooh, y'all holding some workplace grudges.
Oh, then it was when they were voting on the food, and Brad wouldn't let Gabby finish. I was just like, oh man, I ain't liking you right now.
Mm-hmm. But we all been locked in the damn house for forever. I'm gonna go with everybody is right here on. We sit on the cusp, on the verge of popping off. So it's like, all right.
Oh yeah.
like my man's. I'm gonna let you get this one. This your one.
So everyone gets one pop off.
I allow for it. Yes, in life, you know what I'm saying. You got just doing this, and probably actually, as long as we still doing this shit, one a month is probably sane.
All right, one a month. I'm gonna negotiate for one a week.
I was about to say that because your kids are self-sufficient as hell. You got
you think that till I get an email from my son's geometry teacher like, hey man, where you work yet? Yesterday was the last day of school. And I'm like, boy, what the motherfuck, man? Because that's the point. I asked them over and over again. We good. I need to change things. We good. We straight. I'm like, so I literally had to wake his ass up this morning. Boy, I got this email to say you ain't straight. Oh, all right, I'm on to that. I'm like, fuck. But
you made him sound like the dude on the couch.
He got to be nice, but I called the driving school. I checked with that because everything opening back up in Ohio, and the driving school opened actually on the 12th of May. So I was like, hey, well, if we back to business, then my kid can come through for his classes, right? And he's like, all right, we got a new class starting Tuesday at this time, and so Xander starts his official driving school Tuesday, and so I'm hyped about that for my man. So he'll be driving soon, and I'll be paying way too much for insurance. Another reason not to go back to work, because at least I'm saving money that I'm now about to have to give to Geico. Oh yeah, you got the big grin, dog. I know the rub is it.
So same thing about the Great Lakes. Edmund Fitzgerald Porter.
What was that?
What's up with Xander working for the summer or anything?
Well, so I literally kind of had a conversation with him. I was like, the reality of it is, bro, it was like, you do this, you get your license, you're gonna need gas. And I said, I got you on a few tanks of gas, but on the reality of it is, you're gonna need gas, so you probably got to do something about that. And I'm never, like I said, I will never ever force them to work while they live in my house. You know what I'm saying? School is their work. But if you want to, and needs to at the same time. And there you go. So hopefully he will, if he is so inclined. That's the thing. If like I said, and if he's not, then that's fine too. He will then take care of biz and get a gig and fuel up the car. I can't review that yet, Discogs. I had not opened that box yet. So we'll see how it goes. I'm excited about. I know a lot of people will be worried about it, but I am more excited about it. I've driven my kid. My kid has driven me.
He drove you to my house.
Not even that. He's driven me most of the way to Canada before. And so he's a good driver. He's a solid driver, but he's a good driver with me in the car. What is it when he's what is it when he's alone or with a buddy? You know what I'm saying? And so again, it's all kinds of stuff. He has the focus. The focus is his car, so he can drive. It's an old car, so it's kind of like nothing too flashy, but that bitch can still do like 150 if you put the gas all the way down and get up some open road in front of you. So it's like it's a lot of things that I have to that will have to be rules wise has to be laid down. Like, hey, look, if in the pinch you get pulled over, don't try to turn the motherfucking radio down because that radio don't turn down. That radio busted. Just turn that bitch off. So it's wisdom like that I'm at to like impart to the little man.
All right, may I give you advice, even though I'm not, as from the son perspective, because I am not the older, I'm not the more seasoned parent. But two things, I've been to an accident. I had to call my dad and say I was in an accident twice. When I rear-ended my friend, because it was slick out, and I guess I just didn't keep a fair distance behind him. My dad's first reaction was, "So you were goofing around, weren't you? You were goofing around." So
he always think you being cute.
You think you were cute, weren't you? You're trying to be cute. You're not cute. And the other thing, I remember we got into a bad wreck on the way up to Put Bay one time. Like, I wasn't even driving. I was in the passenger seat. This dude blows a stop sign. We almost T-bone him, hit him right, T-bone is when you hit him right on the door.
Yeah.
That can really somebody up. But we hit him just behind the door. This is word of advice. What is he driving? Damn, he's driving some Chevy little matchbox car that got shattered into pieces.
Wow.
I wouldn't recommend that car. I wish I could remember what the name of the car was. And I called my dad from the hospital to say, like, look, we got into an accident. Some guy blew a stop sign. We got into an accident. Some guy blew a stop sign. Two of my friends are getting stitches in their feet because they were in the back seat and they got their feet cut up from wearing sandals and having their feet near the metal. My dad said, "Oh, okay. When are you gonna get a job?" Like,
so your advice is don't be like your dad.
Yes, ask if he's okay first. That's the first thing that should be asked. It's like, are you okay? Not, we were goofing around and when are you gonna get a new job? Because it was a period of time. Look, since the time I was 13, most of my life I worked, and it was like a period of 3 weeks where I didn't have a job, and my dad, I was like anxious as shit about it. Like, Dad, I'm fine. There's jobs out there for teenagers. I'll find a new job.
How?
I could have gone to work.
Yeah, it's like,
go ahead.
At that point in time, he owned his own business, right? If anything, he worked for him.
Well, he's a terrible boss.
Well, bruh, it's like, all right, well, But
Imagine living with your boss and your boss comes home and yells at you for shit you did at work.
I can't.
When you're trying to do work today.
Bruh, it's like, yeah, it would be a problem. But I'm just saying, in general, there was work to be had.
Yes, right. I was just taking a couple weeks off. I was on sabbatical. If I was a professor, I'd be on sabbatical.
Yeah. So oftentimes in all these, like I said, I am. It's not that my mother was whatever. I try not that, okay. So to not trying to be rude or whatever. I try to oftentimes think and dodge and do things differently than my mama did. It's no disrespect to her. It's just like I know how I turned out. I know who I am, and I hope my kids are a little less than that, a little less like that. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't want them to worry about like you have to have a job. No, it's more like, yeah, for right now, if you want one, you can have it. And if you don't worry about it. You can when you want to, because the world's gonna fucking suck for a very long time after you know what I'm saying, take on these roles. So for right now, you know what I'm saying?
Well, is it like it is when we were younger? Can kids find jobs at 13?
I have no idea what the hustle is like for the youths, but I'm just saying if anything, like I said, you can go cut grass. You know what I'm saying? He could go. There's probably jobs the city has. You know what I'm saying, or at least connects. So
yeah, check with the if that's what if he wants. Yeah, check with the school first, because usually he can get into some school programs.
Yeah. So that is the hope, and like I said, we'll see how the training and stuff go. The driving class goes. He has to go. He's going in the evening, which I don't think he's a huge fan of, but it's just 2 weeks, and then the way the governor did it, they learners permits in Ohio only last 6 months now, and so his would be coming up in June. Is when no, that can't be right. Either way, his was expiring in June, and if you expire, you got to do everything over again, and so forth and so on. But they because of the Rona, they everybody's expiration date gets pushed 90 days, so he'll be fine, and hopefully by the time he's ready, the BMV will be back open, because it's still not open, and he'll be back in the game.
Did I tell you my dad cut my pay once?
No.
Okay, we were like I said, we're just 13, 14-year-olds. I'm a dumb teenager, and he hired. Okay, so we were just dumb teenagers, and we had a big project where we had to organize the storeroom. What my dad did was he sold safety equipment. I think that's vague enough, but he had a whole warehouse. Not a warehouse, like a whole garage. It's like a huge garage. We call it the warehouse. And it was full of all sort of safety equipment. He wanted to organize. So as a big project, he hired me and my brother and 2 of my cousins. He was paying me slightly more than my cousins. And we started talking about how much we're getting paid. And I, as a joke, busted my cousin's balls, like, haha, I'm getting paid more than you guys for this shit. So he's like, all right, I'm going to cut your pay because you bragged about how much you're getting paid more than your cousins. So like, God damn. He didn't tell me until I got the paycheck either.
That's terrible.
Give me the paycheck with the cut pay. I'm like, what happened? I thought you were paying me this much an hour. He's like, well, you bragged about how much you're getting paid. That's what you get.
Yeah, bad boys move in silence, Gabe. Never think about that kind of stuff.
Again, dumb teenager. Just like the Runaways, if you want to circle it back around, have a little forgiveness. Or tell me beforehand, like, hey, I'm going to pay you more than your cousins. Don't say anything about it. And I wouldn't have said anything about it. I'm pretty good with those kind of directions.
Next time.
Or pay us all the same for the same work and not fuck over my cousins. How about that, bastard?
You was his son. That means like he was supposed to look out for you a little more. He probably didn't look at you. How much more was it?
It was like Not even $1 more an hour.
Well, I don't know what to think because he only gave you $1 more. Like, I mean, I guess back when you're 13, you get 2 more Little Debbie's than them, but I don't know.
Holy cow. Okay.
So back to the shows. So I did skip the Runaways today, and I was a big fan of Friday Night Lights, the show. But on HBO they got the documentary about the guy who wrote the original piece, Buzz. I forgot his last name. So I was like, I've never seen the Friday Night Lights movie before.
With Billy Bob Thornton?
Yeah, I watched that today. Man, that movie is sad as shit. Like, they don't win the game. Spoiler alert.
All right. I mean, the movie's like, what, 20-something years old at this point?
16? 14? Something like that? 2005? 15 years old? 2005? 2006? Something like that?
Yeah.
So, they don't win the game. Like, Boobie Miles get fucking hurt right at the beginning. And like, man, the movie's just sad as shit. And it's a true fucking story.
Don't they get like mollywopped for a while too in the game?
Yeah, oh yeah. They were literally inches from winning the game. Like literally,
it's like a second half comeback, right? And then they fall short.
Second half comeback, and he like falls short on golden inches. Like if he would have moved his fingers an inch, they would have won.
Like the St. Louis Rams back in the day when taking on the Tennessee Titans. Wait, no, I got that mixed up. The Tennessee Titans when they're taking on the St. Louis Rams, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, it was that they lost the game when the guy got the ball to the 1 yard line in the Super Bowl.
That I guess that sucks. Yep. Was that?
Yeah, I mean, imagine being 3 feet away from winning a championship when time runs out.
What do you really get besides like a Super Bowl ring when you win the Super Bowl?
I mean, at that point, you just get to call yourself a champion.
I guess.
A lot of people have pay bonuses associated with their performance and stuff like that. So if you win a championship, you get X amount more. Plus, the winners do get like a bonus check and shit like that there. So if you talk about actual cream, they do get paid for it.
They send the MVP to Disney World. That's for real. That's not just a commercial. They'll send your ass to Disney World.
Which one did I go to?
You went to Disney World.
Dude, the MVP going to Disney World shit. That's like being an IG model doing ads.
IG models be coming up lately.
I know, but I'm saying it's like it was the original IG model thing. Like, oh, what are you sipping on over there? Tummy tea?
It's like, well, they get a free trip to Disney World when their ass can afford a trip to Disney World because they just got a bonus for winning the Super Bowl and being the MVP.
Like, if they run up to me, if I'm on the field, I just won the Super Bowl, and they're like, oh, you just won the Super Bowl. Congratulations. Where are you going next? Universal Studios, the Harry Potter world. Get the fuck out of my face.
I'm like, I'm going to Magic City.
I'm going to the titty bar.
I'm going to Waffle House. I'm getting a Huck Chuck, whatever, Chunk Spunked, whatever.
We go into the Waffle House on Route 82. Everyone meet us there. Shit's about to pop off.
Yeah, waffles on me, homies. We got you. I got you. Just come through.
But not hash browns. I'm not made of money.
Those hash browns are good.
Those hash browns are pretty good. The eggs are not though.
I haven't had Waffle House eggs. Not that I recall.
Well, I mean, I guess you have to taste them once, but
I've been to Waffle House twice in my life. And the second time, I didn't even get anything because we waited too long. We just left.
That sounds about right. That sounds on brand. I've been we went out of town and it was a Waffle House right near our hotel, and that was like the first time I had ever had it.
Similar situation for me. It was in our motel parking lot.
And since it was like around Christmas time, it was the only thing open. So
There's always, well, I can't say always because I've only been there the 2 times, but both times there were some interesting characters about in the Waffle House area where I didn't feel completely safe.
I mean, Waffle House are classically unsafe. It's just part of what it is. It's kind of like go to Popeyes, you know you're going to wait, and something going to be missing or fucked up in your order. Waffle House, it ain't safe. Either it ain't safe or they fuck up your order. You go to Arby's, it ain't safe.
And the food
It
tastes
ain't good. And the food tastes better except for the potato cakes.
Curly fries are amazing. I'll hear none of it.
Man, they curly fries has not been on point in a while. They still curly, but they ain't been crispy in years.
I swear, like the roast beef sandwich is getting progressively smaller as the years have gone on.
I don't know if I need to say this, but don't get the onion rings.
I had onion rings from Sonic's, and they put fucking vanilla on them. Like they taste like vanilla-y. They have a vanilla essence.
They put something sweet in the batter for the onion rings. They do that on purpose. You don't like it?
No.
The only good thing at Sonic is the drinks. Their food sucks.
Yeah, their food is not good. Like them commercials be hyping them up like big as hell. Like, oh my god, look at these tater tots and shit.
Right.
And then you get there, it's just like, I mean, of course, nothing looks like the picture, but it's such Sonic is such a letdown.
It was better when there was less Sonics.
Yeah, it's a Sonic not far from here. Like I live in the epicenter of everything you want to eat. I mean, not right now because of Miss Rona, but like I live 5 or 10 minutes away from everything in the world, like that you want to eat. Just name something, and I live near it. Yes.
Waffle House.
Huh? Well, oh yeah, Waffle House. Waffle House. It's a Hardee's near here.
Yeah, off the freeway, right?
Mm-hmm. So Hardee's and
you can get a
Waffle House right around right down the street from each other.
That's 305, right?
Mm-hmm. Like that's exactly 12 minutes from here. You looking at your cat?
Gentlemen, complete the sentence. A patty melt is to a burger as a. I got nothing. I don't know why I started that. Edit that out, please.
I don't think you should. I mean, a patty melt is. I think patty melts are delicious. I think.
Give me a sex analogy, Anthony. That's your specialty.
Okay, a patty melt is to a burger as a let me see. As I don't got a good one, but at the same time, patty melts are delicious.
Corned beef sandwiches to a Reuben.
A Reuben?
Corned beef sandwiches to a Reuben.
That's a pretty good one. Or like a
I mean, I feel like
cheese
that's
fries.
A fair comparison.
Like cheese fries is the cheese, like a fry, like fries is the cheese fries.
Okay.
Freeze fries can be awesome.
Are the mozzarella sticks at Arby's still good?
I don't know. I ain't been like honestly.
I didn't get them last time.
Like I went to Arby's and I remember I was ordering off the menu and I was like, "Can I get this?" And the lady started like, "We ain't even got that." And
they don't have the turnover you want. They always have the other one. Like they're for Apple, they got cherry.
Cherry, they got
apple.
Swear to God, man.
I mean, I like turnovers, but I've never ever desired or wanted a cherry turnover in my whole life.
No one does.
Cherry is delicious. Cherries are, but cherry flavored things are usually pretty gross. Like the cherry flavor tastes like medicine, and
they had cherries in them back in the day. I don't know if they still do. This was one of the places that me and my grandmother used to go to all the time when I was a kid. It's like every Saturday we would go shopping, and like our areas like where my grandma didn't like to cook, so when we went out shopping, we'd always eat somewhere. So it was like we would leave sometime around like 10 or 11 in the morning. We would go hit all the little stores she wanted to go to because she liked to shop. She'd like to go walk around the store, check out all the aisles, see what's new and popping, like grab her snacks and all that kind of stuff. Like if we went over to Garfield, it was always hit Big Lots, hit the Marks, hit the Kmart, and then like we'd usually eat at like Pizza Hut or something like that over there. If we went out to Southgate, it would be hit Hills, Target, like Kmart was over there at the time too. And like we'd sometimes eat at the Arby's, sometimes we eat at the Pizza Hut over there. Like back in the day, they used to have an Old Country buffet, so we'd eat there sometimes. So like Arby's was one of the places I remember we used to go to this Arby's all the time. That was over there on Northfield Road, and it was like next to a little cemetery and shit. And we would get I get like the Big Montana and a beef and cheddar.
Oh yeah, the Big Montana.
Yeah, some curly fries. We get a turnover, and like I remember like they'd have the ashtrays that were like the little tin ones. Yeah, that was what me and my grandmother did like every weekend. So like Arby's will always have a special place in my heart because memories like that.
No, I used to love those turnovers with the little pieces of raisin in them.
Mm-hmm.
What was up with that?
I don't know. I love raisins, man.
I know, but it'd just be a raisin.
They need a better ratio.
Yeah, it's like it's lone raisin sitting there like, hey man, I'm here.
Little things like that though, like the Arby's memories and shit. It's kind of like sad in a way to think that like I used to do that shit all the time, like every weekend. And now, like, my life is completely different than all the stuff that I used to do all the time. And it's like, it's different in that, like, you know, my grandmother can't do that shit anymore. Yeah. She's still alive, but, like, it's not like we can take trips like that anymore, you know? Like, so I can't return the favor, per se. And you end up with that nostalgia bug where you kind of miss it in a way. Like, the simpler times.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, the memory lives on through you. Like, she probably don't even think you remember that. I bet you she'll be really happy to hear, like, yeah, I remember we used to do that, and it was a happy part of my life. I don't know. I think, like, parents love hearing that shit. Like every once in a while, I'll bring up something like, yeah, we used to do this. Mom was like, you remember that? And I'm like, yeah, it was fucking fun. Yeah, I remember it.
My mom used to take us to Shelby Forest. I grew up in Shelby County, which is the county where Memphis, Tennessee is. And when I was saying, I told you I came from Memphis for several years of my life. And we used to go to Shelby Forest and just drive. Like even now, I do it every now and again. I just drive into the metro parks. So basically, imagine doing that. But and the Mississippi River runs down through Shelby Forest if you go to the right channels. And so I have I can always say I have swam in the mighty Mississippi, you know what I'm saying? Because I have. And I always thought that was pretty dope. And so that is one of those type memories where it's like, yeah, man, I've done some shit in my day, you know? I think I have some solid memories. And I hope I'm instilling that or bringing something to that for my kids and just my own way, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's the case, but I'm hoping. And so sometimes all you got is that. My kids be like, because they've been like down here, like learning these last, couple of months, and they basically been each other's schoolmates, constantly bringing up stuff, and I'm like, I have no recollection of this, and I'm your father, and I don't remember that shit happening at all, and it made me laugh, but then also I'm like, ooh, I'm getting old, but
what did they say that you didn't remember?
One time Xander, I guess, scared me, and I rocked his chest because he scared the shit out of me. I turned and I just pop, and then I laugh and I'm like, bruh, it's like what's funny about that is that didn't just happen to you. That happened to your mom because she stuck me in the shower once, and I was like, what the fuck? And so I hit my ex-wife because I was in the shower when she scared the poop out of me. I have jumped and swung at Vanessa before because it's like when they come out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? And I leap back in a defensive stance, and it's like you're like all of those want to do is Like I just wanted to come tell you I love you, and you rock my chest, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm like, man, I'm sorry, bro. And clearly that affected him, and it's in his head. But he kind of laughed about it, but at the same time, probably at that when it happened, it was real fucked up. Like now he can look back at it like my old man Punchy, but
yeah, I'm always told like that I hit in my sleep, like you hit me in my head last night. I'm like, no, I didn't. You hit me in my forehead. And I'm like, no. I didn't mean it.
Can you get hit with domestic violence for night terrors?
I don't know. I would rather be screaming in my sleep than hit somebody.
Yeah. So yeah. Don't sneak up on your boy. you can catch one. So
that's problematic though, because whenever I would come to your desk at work, I'd be standing there for 2 minutes before you notice I'm there.
But see, but you know what you did?
He feels safe.
You patiently waited, and so I might turn and be a little like, oh hey, what's up? But you ain't try to tap on my shoulder and you ain't catch fire. You know what I'm saying? Like the fuck.
I treat it kind of like a game of like, how long is it gonna take him to notice I'm standing here?
Why do people do that?
Yeah, because if anything else, you just knock on my desk. But
wait to see if you're going to notice me. Like usually, okay. So I remember I was talking to this one lady at work, and she was talking to me, and she was like, "I can be a good pickpocket," and I was like, "Huh?" She's like, she was at a church bazaar, and like she was walking, and she took like her sister-in-law and her mother's phone. And she was just like, I could be a good pickpocket because I did this. And I was like, you're wrong. You can never be a good pickpocket because of that. Because the body senses fear when they're around, like in a bad situation. So they didn't know you took their phone because they felt safe around you. When you don't feel safe around somebody, that's when you have heightened senses. So if you did that around somebody that you didn't know or that didn't care about you, they would immediately sense you. So T doesn't sense you because he cares about you and is comfortable around you, or he's focused.
Usually when I walk over, he's like on his phone. and like he's not like looking at his monitors. His body's always turned slightly to the left because that's usually where his phone is.
He's not looking.
He's like not looking at the aisle. So like if he doesn't like look over his shoulder like glancingly, I can see because he always has both earbuds in too. So his perception is just completely thrown off. But hey, hopefully we get to work from home and I don't have to worry about that anymore.
You don't have to keep one ear open for the real world?
No, I don't answer. I don't, really. We don't talk on the phone in my particular position, so I don't have to answer the phones. We're not conversational. My job is all in a computer, and I mean every bit of it. Even the communication in most situations is only at work from home have they decided we need to talk every damn day. And it's like, come on, bro, what's we even doing here? Like,
yeah, that was one of the things my new manager said. Pains me to say that, but my new manager, we had our first team meeting yesterday, and he's like, "Yeah, they told me that like we should do this every day." He's like, "But I don't see the point."
Yeah, it's like who has decided they should be worried about this? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm like, you're not. In most situations, people don't talk. If they respond via the chat, which then means like the person who is leading the meeting has to go back into the chat and read what people said and then respond to what was written. And if they miss it, which has happened, that person can go without their question being answered. Now just unmute yourself and ask a question. That's what I'll do. You know what I'm saying? Because who cares? You know what I'm saying? But I talk more on the phone at home than I ever have in the last 10 years of my job. And it's like because they, like I said again, they keep us on the horn now for like a daily meeting and on Fridays too. God.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like it because it breaks up my day, and I'm no like, hey, y'all can't fuck with me at 10:30 or 10 o'clock because I got a phone call.
Well,
so
the kids would laugh every time because like they'd hear the alarm go off on the phone for the 15-minute heads up. And they'd be like, oh, and then, of course, I'll just dial the phone and I'll dial it on speaker. And They laugh when they hear the "Welcome to blank 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 blank's voice conferencing center," and so I chuckle at that.
What would you do if your partner walked in the room and yelled, "I'm bored," while you're on your meeting?
Well, I am bored, but I mean,
that was the story that was missing. That was missing from that episode that I found.
Oh yeah, and the fact that we just kept on referencing it through that whole episode would have been kind of.
Well, it was fine. Honestly, I thought it was pretty funny because I thought we had, if anything, it made us have an inside joke.
Oh, yeah, inside jokes are nice.
And but that was the segment of the show that was missing, and that was found and placed back in the show. So if you have not, make sure the version you have of last week's episode, which was episode 351, is the one that says version 2.0.
So, do you have any more? Am I the asshole?
I sent y'all guys one. I sent you guys one earlier today.
I didn't get a chance to read.
That was so fucking wild. And then when I went back to Reddit to check it, Reddit itself had deleted it, and the reason they deleted it is you're not allowed to just tell big old lies. And so something about that story must have set somebody's alarm off, and they was like, "This some bullshit," and so they deleted it out of Am I the Asshole? Am I the Asshole? I guess takes their shit very seriously. But that shit was fucked up, and I'm glad it was discovered to be either a lie or some bullshit in some way, shape, or form. Because I was like, that is madness. So yeah, that was a good read if you ever want to skim through it, Gabriel, and just chuckle at the bullshit. But yeah, that was wild.
Well, I have. Yeah. Speak to continue my am I the asshole in the tipping scenario? Yes, you are. My wife says I am.
Oh, bro, I heard.
We heard.
She's not whispering, champ. We got that on tape.
Another tipping scenario I had where I had to decide whether I was the asshole.
You tipped a cow? Yes.
I knew this was a bar that shared their tips. And I didn't like all the other bartenders except this particular one. Not because she was attractive. She was attractive, but that's not the reason why. And I was like, I tried to slip her money and said, look, I don't like any of these other bartenders. Don't you share this tip with them. Take it now. And she's like, no, I know, I'm not going to do that. Just put it in the pot like everybody else. Like, no.
You take just this tip.
I tried to force the tip off on her, and she didn't want the tip.
She wanted the whole though. She wanted to share the whole thing.
She didn't want the tip she didn't want the tip just for herself. She wanted to share the tip with her fellow bartenders.
Well,
this tip was too good. This tip was too good, and it's got to go to everybody else. I can't be selfish and share this tip to just for me.
It ain't no fun if the homegirls can't have none.
I'm like, fuck these other bartenders. They didn't. Yeah, I don't like them.
Yeah, but she likes them. Those are her coworkers. She probably got connections with Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike.
I know, but they're not watching her on camera. She could have just slipped it in her pocket.
In a bar, dude, you're always on camera.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah.
And what happens if she does that and then they do see it and find out and she gets cut out of the tip jar dividends later on? I think she has too much to lose in that situation than to gain your one tip.
Sharing tips are bullshit. That's tip socialism.
I think I'm okay with tip socialism.
But most.
It feels like a group project where one person does all the work and they all get the same credit.
Yeah.
Well, there's no guarantee of that, and we don't know how shit gets divvied at the end of the night. You know what I'm saying? There might be some kind of something to it. It might not be an even split.
It was she the one actually works there. She, I guess, thought it was fair, so
I guess so. It's her call. She refused it. I wasn't gonna make her. Well, I tried to make her take it, but
yeah.
God, take this tip. Take it, put it deep into your pocket.
You can't be forcing your tips on people without the consent.
Yes, that's exactly that.
Look, we've learned societal lessons.
We live in a society of laws.
I
It had nothing to do with her attractiveness, though.
Lunch, I had a question for you. Did your roommate end up getting back with his girlfriend yet?
No.
Okay. I guess because that's been about 3 weeks strong, right?
Yeah, I felt like if it went a full week and nothing changed, that like it probably would maintain. And as recently as yesterday, that is still not regenerated.
She's no Wolverine.
What I want to chat about, I told you guys I picked up a topic. I might as well just throw it out here right quick because I thought it was it. So when I put up the most recent Patreon show, the We Tried that went up, Gabe and Anthony had both made mention. Well, Anthony had made mention and Gabe had chimed in on a story about a man who would sometimes come up to 100 times in a day, including at his
dad's funeral,
at his father's funeral. And I was like, it just pinged something in my mind. I was like, let me go read about this particular phenomenon.
Oh, tell us more. I rub my hands together. You can't see it.
Well, this is actually it's a known disorder, and it is known as persistent genital arousal syndrome. It used to be called disorder. Or no, it is called disorder. It used to be called syndrome. It used to be called persistent sexual arousal syndrome, but they changed it to persistent genital arousal syndrome because ain't nothing sexy about it. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I guess women suffer from it more than men, and also I think they find it to be a woman's disorder because a men's version of this would be what's it called? Priapism, something like that. And that's a constant erection. I want to get the word right. Priapism, I think is what it is. Priapism. Yes, priapism, Priapism, is a persistent and painful erection of the penis.
Mm.
And so basically the female part side of this is persistent genital arousal, or the male side is priapism. And it's real jacked up, people. It's like very little could cause it, and it's not really a relief. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can just, well, let me go ahead and jack off right quick or chill off and, something the latest situations, and that'll help. And
Giggity.
It's like it's like difficult to treat, and treatment almost, I think the treatment almost always involves basically some kind of electro stimulation and some other types of meds. And I just thought it was so outlandish and so wild that it goes down like that. Like this one woman had a jacked up disc in her back, and that's what was caused for her. Yeah.
Oh, she was doing the arch. She was arching that back.
And what about her pussy and her crack?
So I guess I can understand that too much of a good thing. Problematicness of it all. That's a very awkward way to say, like, the reason that orgasms are special is because they have to be worked for. If they're just constantly coming, then
I feel like you're giving it too much credit.
Giving what too much credit?
You put the pussy on the pedestal, Gabriel. You put the pussy on the pedestal.
Nah, the ejaculation having to be worked for. Sometimes it ain't that much work. Sometimes it's like, three licks before biting kind of deal,
1, 2, 3. I mean, even when you get to puppy water territory, it's still kind of fun sometimes.
Man, I saw another version of that video today that I sent you guys last week, where like the dude's sitting on the couch and his girlfriend had set up the hidden camera, and she like put her hair in a ponytail and was like getting on her knees, and he thought that like he had that look on his face like, oh, I'm about to get my dick sucked. And then like as she was going in, she goes, oh, I think there's some toys under the couch, and you just see that broken heartedness come over his face as she like bends down and look under the couch, and then she gets up and she points at the camera, and he gets all like salty boyfriend, like, you know, he's about to get got like on the internet.
Yeah, I've seen like 5 or 6 of those videos. That's one of these new quarantine things where it's like, we're gonna trick him by doing some bullshit.
Did you see the video of the woman in the Verizon store yelling at the store clerk?
About
No, I
what?
have not.
So I saw two angles of it. So there were multiple people in the store.
Mm-hmm.
The one angle though is way longer than the other one, but she's like standing at a counter, and like I don't know what predated the altercation or anything, but she's like standing at this counter with one of the workers, and she's trying to talk to him, and like I'm assuming it was the on-duty manager or something, like comes over and tells her that like she's got to go outside or go to this other Verizon store, and she starts flipping out. She goes from 0 to Karen in like 1 second, and she's like starts screaming at this dude, telling him he's the goddamn devil, and telling him that the mafia is not going to win and this, that, and the other. It was like, just I feel like if someone I was married to went off on someone like that in the store, I'm pretty sure I would consider divorce. It was that embarrassing. Like, she was alone, but it's like I couldn't imagine being married to someone who acted like that.
I don't know. She might be a worthy adversary when like when your shit is in the fire.
Like I've gotten mad in the store before, but like I've never screamed at anyone in like a viral way, you know. I got mad at the situation at Giant Eagle a couple months ago because like their system sucks ass, and it was like causing a backup. But like I didn't scream at the lady who came over by me or anything like that. This lady just went off the rails, and she went from like 0 to possessed in like no time at all, man. It was like talking, and she's like, "Oh, the mafia's not going to win. The mafia's not going to win." Then it was like she's saying like this crazy shit. It was like watching Poltergeist.
Might have been.
She might have some kind of mental health issues at that point. So,
but like I said, it's like the video picks up right at the beginning of like the quote unquote altercation. So it's like I don't know what happened before any of that. I don't even know why he was telling her to leave. Like, so it's like I'm not gonna judge her too harshly based on not knowing the full circumstances. But the bit that I saw, the lady seemed crazy.
Yeah, that might be edited to make her look crazy.
I mean, her reaction was completely crazy, but like I'm saying is like I don't know if she was justified or not.
Justifiable craziness.
Justifiable to a certain extent, I guess I should say.
aye.
I mean, Verizon do be fucking with people.
Oh yeah, I got lucky that my friend worked there, so I was like pretty well taken care of. But if I had to walk into a Verizon store, I've heard of the shady shit that they do as far as like ordering accessories on people's accounts without their knowledge and shit like that. So it's like I don't trust any of those people.
What just in general, the fact that you can give one person one deal and not give another person the same like deal on the phone or accessories and stuff like that is just crazy to me.
Well, like the whole like having known 4, 5 people that have worked for Verizon, it's like I can't imagine that like how that like I know people who like left that industry because they couldn't take it anymore as far as like their conscience was concerned. Because their whole job was to trick people into buying things that they didn't really need to buy. And then like hearing about, like I said, like shady backdoor shit that was going on for them to like keep their numbers up and earn extra commission money and shit. It's like I, as a consumer, I couldn't like in good conscience walk into a Verizon store at this point, any phone store really, but you know, in this instance, Verizon, and like think that like I'm not getting swindled in some way.
Nobody needs an OtterBox.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have an OtterBox. I have in the past. Right now, I've got something called. I don't even know because the letters are all like in different directions. But I got it at Best Buy when I got the phone, and it's still holding up. It was like $10. I think at this point, like anytime I need a new phone, I'm just gonna fucking go to Best Buy and buy it outright and just be done with it.
Yeah. It has worked for you, so I hear it.
Well, yeah, because like I have like the Verizon Unlimited for like $75. So it's at this point, yeah, I'll just buy whatever new phone is out, throw the SIM card in it, and call it a day.
Right.
That way, I'm the master of my own domain. I'm not a slave to Verizon's contracts or whatever.
That is a smart plan. I was looking at some phone that I seen on Wirecutter, and it was like, this is the best inexpensive phone to get, and like they were selling it on Amazon, and it was only like $160 or something like that. It's like, this phone does everything every other phone does, and it's made better, and people just don't buy it because it's not one of the top two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the phone game is always I don't know. It's I just in general, I guess a lot of people are reflecting on purchases and how they're gonna react and do things going forward throughout this. Because like I said, like Box had retweeted or responded to Mark Cuban talking about how much dough we save. How much dough we save by not commuting to work, you know what I'm saying, in any given period of time. And it's just, it's real out here, man. It's like I said.
I haven't put gas in my car in over 2 months now. And I'm still on full.
I don't know if I talked about this on the last show, but I think it was on a chat. Now, it might have been, I think it was a text. Anywho, like I had drove past the lake about a week ago now, and like I was telling Tim, like, man, that shit was it looked so blue. He was like, well, maybe it was the reflection. I'm like, nah, man. I've been driving past the lake on a daily basis for the last 4 years, and I've never seen it look like that before.
Like, the auto emissions have to be down, right?
They said so, like 17%, wasn't it?
In general, pollution is down, like Gabe said, like a relatively decent amount. Like if you check I don't know if your phone, my weather app happens to say what the air quality is, and it's been good for quite a while now. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny, like my buddy, when he got home from work today, he and I were talking about like our allergy flare-ups, and we're like, we've been pretty good this year so far. Like, the weather's been kind of screwy, it's like getting hot and cold, but like at this point, like I've only had like 2 minor allergy headaches, which at this point I've usually had a handful. Like, there's something to be said for like the way things have gone as far as the positive effects. Like, I know people are bored and like get a little stir crazy and shit, but like there's been a lot of good that's come out of this. I know people have died and like shit like that, but like, you know, it's funny, like something bad happens to somebody, like an isolated incident, and everyone's always like, oh, look on the bright side, or, you know, remember the good times, or something like that. And something like this happens, and it's like someone could be like, oh, well, you know, I got a free $1,200 and my breathing's better. But then they'd be like, think of all the people that have died, you inconsiderate asshole.
Yeah, like I have had like some drippy eyes and stuff like that. But other than that, my allergies have been, I would say, at 30% instead of 60 or 70.
Yeah, it's been like nice.
But my car is totally covered in plant cum. Like, it's just super green.
Yeah, when I emptied out the lawnmower clippings yesterday, the bag was full of fucking tree cum and like dandelion blossoms. Like that video T sent us when they lit the park on fire and all the shit burned. Yeah, it was all that shit.
Oh yeah, the white stuff ain't even came yet.
I've had it.
Oh yeah, we haven't had it here yet. It'll be here though. But I feel like some of the positives is like my kids play together for like hours at a time now. Yes, they fight for hours at a time. Oh man, they had a knockdown drag out fight the other day. Like I had to carry like one in the house, and my girlfriend had to come get the other one. It was not good. They didn't punch each other at all, but they rolled around real good. So, as you guys know, like we go out pretty much every day and draw on the driveway with chalk.
I saw
And,
Hulkatino.
yeah, oh yeah, Hulkatino. That was the day.
It's amazing
And
to me that your kids like doing it like day after day.
well, I draw most of that stuff, and then like they'll come help, or they'll be like, hey, they'll commission me to be like, hey, I need you to draw a shark, and they're like, okay, now draw an octopus. So it goes like that. But
Yeah,
so
I like that like they're into it though, because like I know like when we would do sidewalk chalk, it would be kind of thing where like we would do it like once or twice, and then we'd be like, fuck this.
yeah, we do it almost every day. And like well, since it's the rainy season, it goes away and it gives you an opportunity to just draw something else.
Hmm.
So my mother had bought it was either for Christmas or something, but we had a new box of chalk. And like I have been saving it right, and I guess after this story, rightfully so. So we got the new fresh colors out, and Emery was drawing a volcano, and I was like, "Yeah, do you need help with the volcano?" And I helped him, and then Anthony was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna help too." And so he started drawing stuff on there, and so then Anthony wanted to draw by himself. So he started drawing a cloud, and Emery came over, and Anthony was like, "No, no, fuck that. I don't want your help. Get out of here." And Emery's like, "No, fuck that. You drew my volcano. That means I get to help you." And then Anthony was like, "No, no, no, no. Back up, Emery. Back up." And Emery then back up, and then Emery tackled him, and then Emery tried to take the chalk, and Anthony wouldn't let go of the chalk, and then they just start rolling around like their clothes and hair and face are all covered in chalk. They're just rolling around, and like everybody's crying. I'm like, come on, guys, just chill out. Drop the chalk. Let's just separate. You go over here. You go over here. And they're like, no, fuck that, daddy. And then it just kept going. And so I had to grab Emery, and I took him in the house. And I'm like, here, take Emery. And then I'm talking to Anthony, and like everybody's crying. Like it was one of them good cries because Emery went right to sleep afterwards. But then there was like we put Anthony in our room, and he went to sleep. It was just like a whole chalk clusterfuck. It was just so bad. But like I said, they didn't hit each other not once. All they did was roll around on the ground. But it was pretty interesting. It's funny now, but like it was total chalk chaos.
Did that happen on your lunch break or like after hours?
It was after hours. Like if that was at my lunch break, I wouldn't have been able to come back to work. Like Anthony literally cried for a half an hour about it. Like he was mad. No, it was. I'm not gonna say it was his fault, but it was like wait his fault. Like you like really like just drawing Emery stuff when Emery was pretty good natured about it, and Emery don't take shit lightly. Like he lets you draw his stuff, and he usually don't want you to do like if it's his, it's his. Give him his space. And then he was like, "Well, can I help you now?" And Evan's like, "Nah, not today, buddy."
Yeah, I mean, like in the way you describe it, it sounds like I'm on Emery's side. Like, if he spears him, he spears him. Like, maybe he'll teach him to share.
If he cries, he cries.
Yeah. I mean, but you're right though. Like, you can't come over, elbow your way into my situation, and then like when the shoe's on the other foot, be like, "Nah, dog." That like it's gotta be a two-way street, Either we're sharing or we're not. Like you can't have it like your way and then like cut me out.
He definitely big brothered him. But like, all's fair in love and chalk. Like you gotta roll with the punches. But at the same time, I was like, Anthony gotta know when to kind of like, kind of diffuse the situation and kind of be like, you know what, I'm gonna move over. He didn't want to move over. Nobody wanted to just chill. Like, just take a breather.
I like that Emery sticks up for himself, though.
Emery more than sticks up for himself. Emery straight up starting shit. Like, he does take up for himself, but he is most of the, like I said, he jumped on Anthony. He didn't have to do that.
I'm just thinking of it from my perspective, though, of like this little baby that I carried around a baseball game is now tackling his brother in the driveway. I'm proud.
Oh yeah, you should be proud. It's just great how like I can appreciate how I can laugh about it later while they're sleeping and just be like, this shit is super stressful. Like all the neighbors is like out across the street looking at my kids fighting in the driveway.
Oh my God! Just a cloud of dust, cartoon style.
Oh,
let me ask a question though about it all. So when that kind of stuff happens, do you like scream and yell in any way, or like you calm and try to diffuse the situation with like reason?
I try to diffuse it like at first, but I'm not. I do have to like raise my voice. Mm-hmm. Like, hey man, you gotta stop. Come on, man. Oh man, like I said, my cup broke the other day, and it fell literally like 3 inches off the ground. I was like, God damn it. And Emery said, God damn it, for like 10 minutes. God damn it. Yeah, I was like, I gotta try to watch my mouth and be better about it. But especially like in this situation, I would say like normally I am probably a little bit cooler about it and can laugh about it, but
I asked the question because me and my buddy were having this discussion this afternoon about raising kids and trying to maintain a balance of making sure they stay on the right path and like rearing them in a positive way rather than being like the type of parent that like screams about everything. And I used you as an example of someone who I felt like is very good at being calm in tense situations, and that's why I thought you were a good dad, because you would have the ability to have like your kids acting out like that and be able to get them to calm down and break it up in like a positive way. Whereas like I used an example for myself where the other day my one cat did something in the house that I wasn't pleased about. Mm-hmm. And he did it like 1 o'clock in the morning as I was getting ready to go to bed. And I got really pissed off and I chased him. And he ran down to the basement because he thought that I wouldn't follow him. And I followed him. And he was basically having like a panic attack because he was like so scared that I went down there. And like he knew. That's the thing about animals, man. They know when they do something that they shouldn't be doing and they're caught. Mm-hmm. They're just like kids, I swear. And so it's like he's down there, and like the chair you always sit in when you guys come over, that like busted up dining room chair that I use as the computer chair down there. Mm-hmm. He's just sitting underneath it, thinking like I can't see him, but he's almost looking like he was having a stroke or something, and like because he was so afraid, like he knew that he did something he wasn't supposed to do, and then he knew I was pissed off, and then he was freaked out because I followed him down there. And it was in that moment where, like, I was pissed off and angry, but then I felt bad because I'm like, fuck, man. Like, he looks like he's, like, having a stroke over here. And I'm like, I don't need him dying on me over some shit that, like, I can handle.
Yeah.
So that was where I was like, if, like, as a parent, it's like I'd have to be careful if I were a parent to not, like, get so bent out of shape over something to where, like, I could potentially have one of those slip-up moments where, like, I would, like, take it too far when it's unnecessary.
It's definitely like a balance. I'm definitely not perfect, but at the same time, I try not to do like nothing out of anger because like he's a kid, they're kids, and like every morning, like Anthony, I mean, they're supposed to be getting homeschooled and stuff, and like sometimes he just be like, I don't want to do this, and I just be like, man, it's so simple though. But he's like, well, I don't give a fuck. I just want to watch TV today, and I don't want to do it. And I'll just be like, I mean, because you still have to like be not necessarily forceful with them, but like keep steady. Like, well, I'm not turning on the TV. You can like go have your fun by playing in your room and doing whatever else you're gonna do. But I'm not turning on the TV, even though the TV would be much easier for me because if you're watching TV or playing with your Kindle, you're not bothering me, and you're not asking me what's my favorite kind of dinosaur for the fourth time today.
Mm.
So, like, even though like I could go the easier path by being like, yeah, I'm gonna let you watch Ryan and Blaze and a Monster Machine. Like, no, I'm not gonna turn on the TV until you do your work. And I'm not gonna yell about it, and I'm not gonna get angry about it, but I'm not gonna fold either. So it's not easy, and especially like when shit ain't going right at work, and like it would just be nice to just go for a walk or have a smoothie or some shit, and you're like, no, I'm at home. And my hair is tickling my ear so bad that it's driving me insane. Like I feel like Richard Pryor after he, had to grow his fro over his ears to not show that it got burnt. But yeah, it's a process, and I mean, I appreciate the positive reinforcement that just makes me want to, let them kick me in my balls more and not get mad about it.
Become stronger as a parent. It's like stronger like bully.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't know if you can really call it like the joys of getting kicked in the balls, but that's what I guess what parenting is, just sacrifice.
It's a weird kind of sacrifice though. Like it's honestly like I remember what were we talking about the other day? We were talking about TV, and like he was saying like I don't like this or I don't like that, but I like this. And I'm like, you know what else you didn't like? You didn't like Scooby-Doo. For 2 years when I tried to show it to you, he was like, whatever. I love Scooby-Doo. I was like, no, you didn't like Scooby-Doo. When we used to have Time Warner Cable, which we don't anymore, I used to try to get you to watch Scooby-Doo all the time because Time Warner has a superior, like on demand, other than AT&T. Mm-hmm. And like I'm like, I tried to show you Scooby-Doo and you weren't feeling it. Now that we don't got Boomerang and shit, you want to watch Scooby-Doo all the time. How you think that make me feel? and then he was just like, oh, whatever. I like Scooby-Doo. You lying. I always like Scooby-Doo. But
been down with Scoob. Did you rent Scoob or buy Scoob?
I have not. I told him, I'm like, oh yeah, that was another thing we do a lot of threatening. I'm not gonna lie about that.
Just out of nowhere, I just bumped into a Scooby-Doo thing on Twitter. How very dumb.
They heard us talking.
Man, I rented so many movies last weekend. I cool because there was like a lot of these movies came out that like I didn't go to the theaters to see when they first hit, and then like we got on lockdown, and they were only like $6 a rental, and that's cheaper than a movie ticket. So I was like, fuck it, like. My expenses have drastically gone down. If I spend $6 on a couple movies here and there, like what difference does it make? So like, I rented like the Jumanji movies with The Rock and Jack Black and all them.
Yeah, I want to see those.
They're good, man. They're very good. They're very good. I rented Gemini Man. I rented the.
That seems like it was very bad, Gemini Man.
It was okay. I didn't dislike it. It was fine. Like I don't think it was amazing, but it was fine. I watched the new Sonic movie.
I like that.
It was good.
Yeah, way better than it had any credit. It didn't need to be that good. So I was very impressed with that. So yeah.
I almost rented Birds of Prey, but I haven't gotten to that yet.
Vanessa told me she saw that in the theater and when she thinks I would enjoy it. So.
It is surprisingly good. It was way better than I thought it would be. I don't even know if it's available no more. Like if you have an Android phone, you can do Google Rewards.
Oh, they still got it.
Okay. When you go to like the store or like Lunch does, if you just walk near a hotel, you'll get like, hey, were you at the Holiday Inn Express in Willoughby? And then it'll be like, did you have a good time? Were you there? And like, I had like $14 worth of Google Play rewards.
They gave me like 45 cents of credit last week to answer 3 questions about my trip to Sam's Club.
Yeah. And that's how I watch Birds of Prey. And what's dope about that is like if you got Roku, like you can watch it on your TV, and like you get it so it was like $5 or $6 like Lon said, but you get it for 48 hours.
Yeah, it was the same thing with Amazon. You got it for 48 hours and it was $6. So
like I got to fall asleep on it and then like watch it again like a couple days afterwards.
Yeah, actually the the first Jumanji movie with The Rock in them was only $4, and I had a $1.50 Amazon credit for like the slow Prime delivery or whatever. So yeah, like $2.50 like to watch a movie that I've been wanting to see forever. Like that's perfectly acceptable in my eyes.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the Invisible Man to come out at about $4 or $5 or Redbox. And God, what's the name of that movie with Betty Gilpin? Where she getting hunted down. I think it's called The Hunt, honestly. So
I just looked at it like if I were to go to the movies on like say like a Friday evening, I'm spending probably around $20 on my ticket anyway. And the way it was set up here, I got to watch 4 movies on rental in my fucking theatrical like basement.
Yeah, and plus like I'm paying more because I get chicken fingies. So I'm always getting those chicken fingers at Valley View.
I ordered Five Guys that evening.
Man, I think next time I go out or get a hankering, I'm gonna get some of them Cajun fries. Thanks, Lunch.
Dude,
I do enjoy the Cajun fries too.
So goddamn good.
No one else in my family likes them, so I have to be by myself to get Cajun fries.
I love when nobody else likes something in my family, except when I share it and they spit it out, and I'm like, why? Why did you ask me for that?
Can't you just get a small order for yourself, Gabe?
I could, but when we usually order, we order groups of large fries just to split it amongst all of us.
I get the logic. I'm just saying, like a small order of Cajun fries is like $2.50. Treat yourself. Treat yourself.
Yeah. So the other day, I went out and ran an errand, and I got some Mr. Chicken, right? And I had been asking, the family for weeks now, like, "Hey, y'all want Mr. Chicken?" They're like, "Nah, we don't want Mr. Chicken." And I'm like, "Okay." So one day,
I not to cut you off, but I like how gangster you make your kids sound. Like you make your kids sound like a mafia crime boss. Like, nah, it ain't going down like that.
They pretty gangster. And so I end up eating some Mr. Chicken in my car on the way back home. And then I cleaned out my car the other day, and there was a Mr. Chicken bag in the trash can outside. And then I got a text like, "What? You went to Mr. Chicken?" And I'm like, I didn't answer that text at all. Yeah, I still didn't answer it yet.
What's been y'all go-to local business y'all done supported for eats? You know what I'm saying? What y'all been hitting up to be fed during these times?
Honestly, really nowhere. Like we got my son got a McDonald's gift card.
Yeah.
From like when he graduated, like one of his teachers' aides or something like that gave him one. And the one day I didn't know where the card was, so I just took him to McDonald's anyway. And I was like, well, when you go again, you can just go with mommy by yourself. And so like we went to McDonald's a couple times. I think we had like pizza once or twice, because other than that, it's just been me cooking 17 times a day. Like really, we haven't really been going to too many places. Anthony asked for Red Lobster the other day. Well, no, this morning I was thinking about maybe getting some Red Lobster carry out, because most of the carry out we've gotten has been shitty and terrible. So it's like made me not want to get more carry out.
I've ordered from Five Guys a couple times just because like craving like a cheeseburger, you know, and I didn't feel like thawing out red meat and going through the process to make like one cheeseburger. And I ordered from like this Chinese spot around the corner from me that oddly enough actually used to be a Mr. Chicken.
Yeah.
And yeah, I order from there like once a week just to like make sure I patronize their location because it's like the ghetto Chinese spot that's like got some pretty good food, but like you wouldn't think of it because it's in like a shithole building or whatever.
It's in a place that used to be a Mr. Chicken.
Yeah, and I've ordered so the last couple Fridays I've gotten like drunk and or other things and ordered Taco Bell. Like 2 weeks ago, my buddies convinced me to download the Call of Duty that's free or whatever.
Yeah, the Warzone.
Yeah, so I hopped on the Warzone with them for the first. I played Xbox. Here's how long I had not used my Xbox.
Oh, how many updates did you have to do?
None. But my Xbox Gold had expired in July of 2018. Yeah, so I had to like hit myself with some gold. And I installed the game, which like I did while we were working because it was like 100 gigabytes.
It's so basically it installs all of Call of Duty, the main game.
Mm-hmm.
This is like the most recent Call of Duty. All of its multiplayer content, and then it installs base in Warzone. So if you were to buy Call of Duty like the regular game now, you've already downloaded it. And today, because I just was like I told you I was just on the Xbox, it got like a 32 gig update.
Wow.
It's like, fuck you, man. Quit trying to take over all of my hard drive Call of Duty.
Well, they're supposed to be adding some stuff to the free feature with like matchmaking and stuff.
Yes.
But yes, I played that night and like I ate Taco Bell and drank a bunch and you know.
If you're trying to get on the pop, I would gladly play some video games with you, man.
Well, it's like I finally now understand all the gulag memes and shit that I was seeing. I'll have you know that my lifetime record in the gulag is 3-2.
Well done. I have lost every time I've been in the gulag, every time. So I am just not there.
Yeah, it was funny. I finally got a PlayStation 4.
What the fuck? How you gonna get one and not tell me you got one?
I just got it. It's not.
I should have been the first nigga that knew.
I'm sorry. You should have been the first.
You should have been at the store like, I'm getting this bitch right now. Or it's on the way. Or it's on the porch or whatever.
I didn't go to a store. I ordered it from because everywhere else was price gouging.
Yeah.
Even Walmart.
Yeah.
And like Target had one, and I was just like, I'm probably not going to get one any other time. So
it's amazing too because they were trying to give them bitches away a couple months ago.
Yeah, and then everybody was at home.
Yeah. I mean, look, Call of Duty is a multi-system. We can all get on and play together.
If I can download the same thing, I'll let it download overnight because so I had a PlayStation 3 and I downloaded the Warriors. Not only did it only take about 15 minutes, but I paid for it and it was like cheaper. Then I downloaded it on the PlayStation 4. It was more expensive and it took fucking 4 hours.
Did they not just let you download your version of the game?
They did not.
I'm looking at them all kinds of sideways.
Yes.
It's cool. There'll just be some additions to your birthday bag, so it's cool.
And then like not only that, like you can't even do the cheat codes on there.
What version?
No. Because there's no select button.
Yes.
And like it's certain boards on there that back when I used to play it that I couldn't beat and I still can't beat now. So like it's just trash boards. Like it's this one where you gotta, in order to kill people or finish the board, you gotta throw bottles at them. And the way you gotta kind of get that arm just right is totally terrible. And most of the time I was playing it with another person, and unfortunately that's not happening right now. So it's just bad. Fuck you, PlayStation 4.
I'm about to check.
I'm sorry you feel that way about your PlayStation 4 already.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to The Last of Us. Last of Us Part 2. I mean, this is gonna be a fat boy summer in the house, so
It's all good. I was poking around, see if I can see something on whatever. But oh shit, now I'm way hyped now. Yeah, we could like so if y'all want to, we can play Fortnite. That's cross platform. Like I said, Call of Duty's cross platform. Rocket League is cross platform, but y'all have to buy Rocket League. So Fortnite and Call of Duty are free. So that's why I kind of say those two are easy peasy. And yeah, we can get it popping, people. I would love to play video games with y'all us four. That'd be so sick. Drag y'all all kicking and screaming back to this game shit. That's how we get down.
I thought I requested to friend you on PlayStation 4.
I accept your friend request. I will double check that right now.
Oh, am I supposed to get a notification?
Yeah, I don't know how to do any of that, so we'll have to maybe tomorrow night text about it, and I can get that going, so I can have at least one friend on there.
Trying to see where Gabriel is as my buddy on here. Yeah, I have no requests pending, sir. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. What is your name on there? What's your name on PlayStation?
Mine?
Yeah.
I thought it was just Gabriel, but I have to double
How the
check.
fuck would you? Is that really your name on PlayStation?
My name's just Gabe.
It might be my full name, but I'm not putting my full
Okay,
name.
never. I see what your name is on PlayStation. We cannot have that as your name on PlayStation.
Oh, okay.
Oh, dirty PlayStation.
Hold on. I will show y'all on the camera.
Gabriel 713.
Can y'all see that?
Oh, I see that.
You got to move it a little more to the right.
Okay.
Oh, it is. I thought the bottom one was.
Yes, the bottom one is your name on PlayStation. Your name on PlayStation. I can know your name because I allowed you to see my name, and I assume you allowed me to see your real name. But that's still you. That is not standing, sir.
Oh. All right, you have to tell me how to change it.
Yeah, we will take care of that.
You got to be like Bendejo Killer 187 or some shit like that.
The Golden Glocky.
Oh my god! Yeah, clock, pop, motherfucker! Oh shit! I don't even know. We don't all talk now. It's not really a week for real focus, people. It's kind of a week to celebrate 7 years of doing this. I realize it's not a huge celebration, but it's like love just to sit and chat with my homeboys and be grateful that we've managed to do this for as long as we have. And I smile big at that shit, bro. I got everybody, everyone who has guessed it thus far has had a shirt purchased and it is on their way to them. So hopefully those will be there to them sooner than later. And anybody who guessed going forward, I will do the same for them. And we just keep motherfucking moving. I'm quite proud of what we do here and what we have done here and how we have been at this for so long. And it's just wild, man. After all this time, here we are. You know what I'm saying? I've been also because like who other guests we should have while we during these, like I said, the dark times of quarantine. But so if you got some guest suggestions you want me to hit up or you think somebody be dope on the show, let us know. I will.
We should ask Carl Tart to come on.
I was seriously considering doing just that. I talked to him kind of regular on Instagram at this point.
Yeah.
And so I think I might, I don't know if I can make that happen, but I wonder if I could not be like, hey man, I realize you're saying we ain't nothing, but I'm saying if you got time and trying to just do some bullshit and talk some shit, I would love to just interview Carl Tart. That'd be dope. So
Yeah, that would be pretty good. And I guess since do you guys know who Carl Tart is?
Nope.
Me? No, I
Yeah,
don't.
you guys to look it up before he comes if he comes on the show. He is hilarious. He's a fun guy.
Yeah, an improv guy writes on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Was on an episode or some episodes of The Good Place. I think an episode. I think he played a demon on The Good Place.
And on Superstore.
Yeah, so just all around real funny dude. And me and Anthony met him at the Doughboys live show because he was their guest for that part of their particular tour. And I don't know, we had a vibe. And he followed me on Instagram, and I hit him up every now and again, or something will come up, and we literally have chatted when he was having difficulty making cakes. He was like asking for advice, and I shared what the advice I had. He's like, I did all that, King, and none of it worked. And I think my oven is fucked up. And what it is he actually inspired me to order a thermometer for my oven to make sure my oven is right. And of course, I ordered that thermometer on Amazon. I will tell you when I ordered it. And let's see. I don't even know when I ordered that bitch because it don't even tell you. It just say your email. You'll get an email when this shit got an estimated delivery date. Basically, This one of the motherfuckers that's not gonna come for a long time.
Do you still have Amazon?
But I might cancel that order and just buy one from I can probably find one. Man, in fact, let me go ahead and cancel that order. I should do that. That is purposeless. Why should I be waiting on Amazon to at some point do something about this?
Yeah. Do you still have Prime?
Yes.
Oh wow.
And this is just one of those situations where it's just not. Canceling items in this order may cause you to lose promotional offers on unshipped items in this and or other orders. Additionally, if discounted items have already been shipped, you may not be able to cancel some of the items in this order.
And they'll just probably tell you later, like you straight.
Well,
we were able to cancel that.
I canceled that bitch successfully, so it's canceled. So.
Yeah, they be trying to scare you. Like, oh, you gonna lose your shit. Oh, you all right. But what's magic is, like, it's happened to me, especially it happens with books. Like, I'm like, oh, man, this, I don't like this. I'm like, you know what, baby, go on and keep it. You don't want it back?
Yeah, especially during this time, it's like, y'all, bruh, that's yours. That's on us. I'm about to be a trillionaire, so fuck it, keep it.
Yeah, I haven't ordered from Amazon in quite a while. Like anything I've ordered, I order from either Target or Walmart, or like some weird ass shit. Like I haven't ordered anything from Amazon.
So I'm wildly impatient, and so like I said, when I need to order a receiver, because whatever, I was going to order from Best Buy because I'm like, no big deal, I can drive it to Parma and go pick up my order. But as when you put it in there, it's like, oh, this will be ready for pickup next Sunday. So not Sunday, the next Sunday. And I'm like, bruh, that's not how this works, man. And so I was like, okay, well then I won't be buying from you because I can buy it from Amazon and it'll be here what I thought was going to be Friday, and of course it showed up today on Thursday. So that was wild, but that's just how it gets down. I just I try to shop and get shit local and pick up local. Vanessa has gotten hit for our groceries for just shopping at Meijer, and Meijer does they'll deliver to your, bring to your car. You just go park there. But they use Meijer, I guess, apparently is owned by Target, and so they use Shipt for their delivery. So basically, what you end up with is a personal shopper who goes through and picks up all the shit and buys it and comes out and puts it in your car and you go. And so we just been, taking care of that. We've done that twice now, and the experience has been just so. I'm not gonna lie to you, just kind of magical. Because in both situations, it's been ladies, and they are, of course, just sensitive to that. Bruh. Yes. I wasn't even gonna mention that. But this last chick,
I wasn't gonna say it.
Bruh, I pull out the car, right? I pull out the parking spot to pull away, and I'm watching her walk to another car, and I'm like, damn, baby, look at her ass. It was just insane how I must ask that woman that.
Ass too.
And so I was like, that is wild. And she goes, yeah, I thought she's pretty. I go, it's fine. I truly don't. I promise you, bro. I had on, so I did not look at this woman. I pulled out the parking lot and noticed that ass, and I was like, God damn. But in general, she texted Vanessa. Like, Vanessa put the order through like way earlier today and said, I'll pick it up for, basically after I get off work. And the lady texted her like way early in advance. It's like, hey, I know this isn't due till later on, but let me let you know I'm gonna go start your shopping order at this time, so we should definitely be ready around this time. Let me know if you want me to add anything that's not on your list, because if something just comes to mind, just text it and let me know. So forth and so on. She ended up getting us some Clorox wipes. She found Clorox wipes on the shelf. She goes, I know these are good as gold lately, so I ended up getting you guys a couple of these. I know everybody needs them. And I was like, that is so dope. Like I said, everything about the experience was crazy dope. And of course, we tip very well, and in those situations, but in general, but also, like I said, we just try to take care of it. And like I said, cannot recommend it highly enough. If you got a Meijer in your area, and
Meijer's
down with
a dope-ass store.
Yeah, just down with ship. Like I said, they owned by Target. It makes sense when you think about it. You know what I'm saying? They got a Target. Target has such a nicer vibe. I would tell you to get down with that right there.
Like Meijer is open till midnight now again.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's dope.
And that was gonna be my treat. But I was like, fuck, I gotta record tonight.
All right, bro.
It's funny. We talked earlier about the internet bills. Yeah. And I just got my internet bill because I get it emailed to me. Yeah. And they're like, we're taking the full 84 on June 2nd, pimpin'. No discounts for you.
That is I say again, it might
maybe
be just
a different city.
Well, no, we have the same service. We have the same company.
Different city still.
True indeed. But I pay for already a specific tier of internet for my speed. You know what I'm saying? And then you add to that the fact that I pay for unlimited and so forth. I don't know. Maybe it's just those particular features or functions that end up doing that for me. And they always trying to get me to switch to some other shit. Like, don't you want this Giga Blast? And I'm like, no, I pay. That's one of their services. I pay you for what I want, and I pay you for and the speed I get from it and so forth. Yo, potential maybe Giga Blast shit is, yes, it's interesting, but also I don't want to fucking tweak anything, because the way we get internet from the basement all the way up to the attic is very specific. And I don't know if something could, I fuck something up and change something, and Vanessa office no longer got internet. You know what I'm saying? That could be a fucking problem. So I don't like messing with none of that shit anyway.
It's like scrambled porn. Don't touch it.
Don't touch it. Yo, but it's getting late in the game, and we started late because of technical difficulty. So we go ahead and stick a fork in it. Standard housekeeping rules apply. Please subscribe everywhere that's possible. In particular, subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's super, like, we've been getting them, but slowly but surely people been coming through and doing the damn thing. So that actually has been very dope to see. But the more the motherfucking merrier when it comes to shit. It is in particular. It is all the better when we have more people over there. I'm trying to expand this.
I would say join the Patreon, because I think I'm going to start uploading cat pictures to it. Like right now, my gray tabby is sleeping on my recumbent bike, and the calico cat, which usually she just sleeps on the couch, has ascended the cat tree and is bathing herself on the second tier of the top 3 beds of the cat tree, which she very rarely ever goes up there. The world is upside down right now.
It's chaos, people. It's literal chaos. But yeah, get on that. Subscribe to us everywhere that's possible. If you, like I said, if you got some extra shekels and you trying to share, yeah, hit us up on that Patreon, man. I'm telling you, the $5 tier and above, you get extra shows. They come out very regular. I know that seems odd and unusual, but I'm saying we constantly put stuff out there. Some stuff we have filmed, and so you end up getting to see a film version of the Patreon show. Some of our Patreon shows are just that. They're specifically made for Patreon. So we do that. It goes down. I truly think we give you your money's worth if you putting in on that. And like I said, if you got it, especially you got it right now, you ain't going to work and paying for parking, man. Just slip me $5 right quick, bro. Do that. Look out for me, man. I got to pay for these shirts. Let's see. Yeah, rate, review, subscribe, share. We did that. You know what I'm saying? If you want to, give us a call. Seriously. 216-302-8763. That's 216-302-8-POD. That is the phone number for this. And if you call, like I said, I will give it a listen. And assuming you ain't said some wild shit, hell, if you said some wild shit, I probably still would play that shit and clown you. But if you say some nice shit,
straight clowning.
If you said something nice or saying or had something you want to discuss, hey, that'd be great. I'm all about that life too. So 216-302-8-POD 216-302-8763. And that'd be pretty great to hear from you. It's basically our birthday. It's our anniversary. The show just turned 7 years old this past Saturday. It was real dope. I got to go back to our original picture that I am reminded of Box saying, me telling Box saying, don't do nothing with that picture. I'm like, I ain't gonna do nothing with that picture. And then I post the picture on fucking the gram. And he's like, what the fuck, T? And I'm like, yeah, you probably right. That was wrong of me. I'm sorry. But the picture's on the gram anyway. And it was just dumb. And then, like I said, not one of the last times, but one of the more recent times where we were all together was at Gabriel's birthday at a steakhouse in downtown Cleveland, and the server was nice enough to take a picture of us all together. And I think that's a particularly nice picture, and I like having a picture of us all together. And
minor correction on your story. I wasn't the one who didn't want the picture posted. It was the one who looked like he was about to suck my dick in the picture.
He didn't want to put his face off your dick. How he gonna be mad about it?
You know how he is.
Oh, bruh. Anyway, he loved that picture. For the record, on Facebook, him in particular gave that a heart. So I'll hear none of it. He all right with it now. I'm blaming you, thinking it was on you. Shit, fuck that.
I mean, like 7 years ago, I may have said that, but if I'm remembering it correctly, I don't think I was the one. But
I trust your memory of the situation. So if you say that's the case, then that is the case. But yeah, it's dope. I'm proud of what we have done. I am happy to do with y'all. This is the highlight of my week. It truly is a good. I get to see y'all and make sure y'all are doing well and so forth, and just chat and talk. And I realize this ain't as dope as hugging y'all because I'm a hugger. You know what I'm saying? Boxing is not a fan of hugs, but he allows me to hug him, and so that's pretty dope. And
make it quick.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. Get it over fast. Don't be holding me close. So, but because I can't hug y'all right now, I at least get to see y'all every week and shoot the shit and know that y'all doing all right. And that shit is it does right by my soul. And
I know Lunch likes shoulder rubs.
Well, hey, maybe I can hire somebody to come through and do that. You know what I'm saying? But only after quarantine, not before. You know what I'm saying? I don't need nobody bringing no. I don't even know what to say no more. Anyway. That's my man, Tatum 216.
I'm here.
That's the homeboy Lunchbox 2099.
Hi.
I expected better of him too, ladies and gentlemen. Better of him.
Man, we've been at this shit for like 3 hours. I'm out of gas.
And a little drizzy. Just a little drizzy.
Yeah, so, and plus we all have something to drink, so.
It's all good. That is the homie, the real ODP, my man Gabe, who needs a way better PlayStation Network name. Considerably better, people.
Old dirty PlayStationer.
Also, Ant now got a PlayStation, people. That means y'all need to be making some recommendations. He loves The Last of Us, so that's kind of the vibe you want to fuck with.
I love Grand Theft Auto as well.
Have you played 5? Have you ever played 5 on PlayStation 3? Okay.
Yeah, I beat it.
Okay. I just got it for free on the PC. They're giving it away on the Epic Game Store, and so I started on the computer. I beat it on Xbox, but I started on the computer last week. So I might play through Grand Theft Auto 5 again. But whatever. And I am the United States 713. You've just been podcast 2, and I know you loved it. Peace.
Accept this tip.
I'm sorry, what was that, Robot Man?
That says accept this tip.
All of it.
Gabe sounds way better without the video. He must just not have enough bandwidth to send the audio and the video.
Exactly. That's why I killed the camera. But let me stop this recording right now.
What happened to you? You used to be blue.